So this is my new MOOSOO robot vacuum cleaner. I've got it in pieces so I can show you how it goes together, which is what you need to know so that you can, when you can take it apart and clean it as well. So this is the robot base. And we have left, I don't know if you can see that, there's an L on there, and there's an L here. So you have the left and the right brushes, and they just, I'm going to use my right hand, they just clip in place. And R, again, maybe you can see it. Anyway, it says R on it, and it goes on the R. Now, in the center part here, this piece has a brush on it, and this is your rotating brush. So you put the rotating brush in first. Basically just drops into place. And then this piece goes in, clips in. So you have two sets of brushes going on here. And then you have your rotating brushes. Now the filter, you actually have 3 sets of filters. You've got 4 sets, 3 spare ones, and you've got 4 spare brushes, rotating brushes as well. So this is really cool that it comes with all those extra parts, because yeah, they do wear out after a period. So anyway, the filter goes together like this. First this piece, then this piece, and then the top clips down on it. I'm doing this all one-handed, so bear with me. Might seem a little bit more difficult. There we go. Actually, that's not bad. Now, this is your garbage bin, I guess. It's where all the dirt goes. Now, the lid will not shut down unless the filter's in there, because it's got this spring here, and the filter holds that spring back. So if I've got this going in the right way, oops, like that, and that, there we go, pushes down, and that's holding the spring back, and now the lid can close. All of this is cleanable. All of this comes apart and cleans. Now, that's the bottom side of it. I've already taken this apart. And this, again, all washable, all washable. So this has like a rubber edging on the one side. That's the side that faces the filter. And then just pushes in place. And then the whole thing closes like that. And that is your garbage bin. And that's going in under your vacuum. It's got to be dead straight to go in. And can I do it with one hand? There we go. So now that's in the bottom of your vacuum. That's all together. Along with this, you have your remote control. And this is your home base. And this is a little cleaning tool. It's got, let's see, right angle, maybe not. It's got a blade in that corner there. And it is for when hair gets trapped in this, you can just slide it along and it will cut it and make it easy to pull out. And then you've got the little brush for just cleaning up in all the little nooks and crannies. And that actually has a place to sit right there on top. I have been placing the remote when this, because I have this based up against the wall for when the vacuum goes home. And I placed my remote just on top of it. Would have been really, really nice to have a slot to keep the remote in. I like it to stay with the base. That way it doesn't get misplaced around the house. Anyway, what I'm going to do is take this vacuum and show you how it works. Now, I have it running on hug the wall mode. So it's staying close to the wall and getting the edges. And I found that one thing it did was when it got close to the home base, instead of bumping into it, it took a wide berth around the home base, which was kind of cool because I was worried about it possibly getting hung up with the wires. So that's one option. There's a number of options, but I'll show you a second one. So on the remote, where am I? Oh, I can't see looking that way. Hang on a second. Okay, so at the bottom here, this is the square. That shows you it going around the edges. And now there is this one here, which will make it crisscross and cover all angles all across the carpet. Let's see. So it will make a path for itself, and it will turn and twist and make sure that it covers the whole carpet eventually. Now I've had it going just for a couple of minutes here before I turned this on, because I can only make the video so long. And what I'm going to do, I guess it's been running for about 5 minutes, so what I'm going to do is switch it off and show you what is in the bottom. So hold on a second. So I've just flipped her over, and I'm going to take the bin out and show you how much, well, I'm going to actually tip it out on the floor and show you how much dirt this thing has picked up. And that's from a carpet that basically looked clean. And we've got a lot of dust and dirt and cat hair and stuff. So it's really picking up well. We've got a lot of hair on this. Now, if you think about the fact that that's about 5 minutes, that's a lot of hair. So, and I didn't vacuum in the hallway here for about, I don't know, 3 or 4 days on purpose, because I wanted to use this to show what it picks up. So that is pretty good. Now, let's put this back together and turn it back on. There we go. And now I'm going to send it home. And it should go find its home base. And that's what it does when the battery is running low. It will send itself back to its home base to charge. I don't know if you can see in that light is actually pink now instead of blue. So it's going to go back to charge itself. And while it's charging, the light on top will gradually brighten and fade. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe vaguely. But there you go. This thing works great. You can program it with your online app to operate while you're not home. You can either program it, or you can just make it start. If you decide, okay, I'm coming home, I don't have time to vacuum, and I've got people coming over or whatever, switch her on before you get in the car, and by the time you get home, you've got your vacuuming done. So that's kind of cool. It does a good job. I laid a pole down to keep it in this side of the room because I didn't want it going and getting caught up in stuff. But yeah, this thing, it did my kitchen, my bathroom, and my dining room, and my hallway here on one charge. So that's really good.